And in a bigger picture, New York State is also struggling with the debt problem. That's according to New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli, who says his new report that growing state debt could have long-term consequences. Channel 2's Erica Brecker is here to explain that. Erica?
Scott and Mary Alice, according to Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli's report, New York's debt is nearly the highest in the country, ranking second only to California. It may not be a problem right now as the state continues to take advantage of low-interest borrowing rates, but DiNapoli's recommendations suggest it's time to scale back and prioritize.
New York's debt totaled more than $63 billion in 2016. That was a good year because from 2008 to 2014, the state's outstanding debt gradually grew by more than $10 billion and then started coming down through last year. The problem now is that the state comptroller's office projects current spending and current borrowing practices will increase New York's debt to more than $71 billion in just 5 years.
We will address any shortfall, but right now the numbers are too premature. The year is not completed and we're not into the budget session yet.
That was Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul when we first reported the state's deficit last month. Governor Cuomo had marked it at about $4 billion a year, but DiNapoli's report projects the annual deficit is on track to rise to $8 billion a year. So is current spending money well spent? Cuomo just announced $750 million for projects statewide through his 7th annual Regional Economic Development Awards. Western New York gets almost $69 million for economic and infrastructure projects like the $5 million to clean up Scajaquada Creek, and past capital projects that Governor Cuomo says have improved upstate's economy.
And it is working.
But at a debt that averages out to more than $3,000 per New York resident, DiNapoli says it might not continue to work without debt reform.
I did speak with one elected state leader tonight who takes part in the budget. Assemblywoman Monica Wallace says she believes the renaissance she's seen is at least partly thanks to strategic investment by the state and that it should continue as long as the money is appropriately spent. DiNapoli's main criticism is that lawmakers should steer clear of something called backdoor borrowing, which he says lacks transparency and is basically a workaround to a 17-year-old law that was created to avoid debt rising of this significance. Erica Brecker, Channel 2 News.
All righty, Erica, thank you. And as you